Dearly beloved, day 9, wifed but unloved. Team wife versus team adultery. Okay, so it's a fact that you can be a missus, you can be wearing the ring, you are the one he married, but he doesn't love you. We've seen that in the Bible. Men marry not all the time because of love. So either as a wife, you either be a loved wife or an unloved wife. And you have to assess your marriage and see, am I a loved wife or am I an unloved wife? So if you check and you are an unloved wife, don't be surprised, don't feel pained. Bible makes us understand that it's normal, it's possible. So if you find yourself on the unloved side, sorry for you, but there's still hope. We'll get to how God can help you. And then if you are the loved wife, good for you. Okay, now let's look through the scriptures. Proverbs 30 verse 23, Bible talks about 4 things that shakes the earth, and one of them is an unloved woman getting married. This should tell you that when a man approaches you to get married to you, you need to be sure that this man loves you. Other than that, you be getting married to someone who doesn't love you, and usually the end product is what we see, the men committing adultery. Any man telling you that I love you but I'm still committing adultery is lying to you. We've learned already that you can't serve 2 masters. You love one and despise the other. So once there's somebody else in the picture, you are not loved. The affection and all the love has been transferred to that person. Okay. Yes, it's difficult, it's painful, but it's better you know the truth and know how to go about it. Okay. Now let's move on. In Deuteronomy chapter 21 verse 15 going, Bible talks about if a man has 2 wives, one loved, one unloved, he cannot say because he doesn't love one, if there are some inheritance that might go to that woman's children, he will give it to the one he loves. God wants us about that. So that should even tell you that a man cannot have 2 wives and love both of them. He will love one more. Okay, so typically if there's a second wife, then the love has transferred to the second wife, because if he loved the first wife, he will not go for a second wife. You've been somehow rejected. Indirectly, the man has rejected you. That's why he's going for somebody else. But for culture and other people still stay in their marriage. Okay, now let's move on. So now that you are aware, or as a single person, you are conscious of the fact that you can marry and be a loved wife or an unloved wife. For the singles, this is something that for the singles, now that you are aware that marriage is not all it is, you should be a loved wife. Any man that comes promising you marriage, be sure that that man loves you. Check the signs and everything. We've discussed love through the lens of God. Okay, I've also done a couple of videos on this. Go and watch them and make sure that this man loves you before you enter into the marriage. Else, you may be miserable and you will live sinning against God, because your heart will be bitter and all sorts of things that are not good. For wives, you're already a wife. So for you as a wife, you need to assess your marriage at this moment. Are you a loved wife or an unloved wife? Now, with unloved wives, that's where this team adultery comes in, where a man starts to cheat on you. Either he will marry another woman or women, or he will have women outside of the marriage. Okay, it can be one, it can be many. Now, Leah was an unloved wife, but at the time Jacob was dying, he called Leah his beloved, which means that if you're an unloved wife, there is hope for you. Your husband can love you. If he doesn't love you, he can love you. He can love you with the help of God. Okay? He can love you. Now, what can you do for your husband to love? The Bible said the heart of the king is in God's hands. So go and watch Love is Favor. Love yourself in that marriage. Love towards, so that you can gain favor with your husband. Okay, you love yourself to be favored by your husband. At the same time, too, you pray that you love yourself and love your husband to gain favor and a good name. Watch my video, Love is Favor. You get the concept. And then the heart of the king is in the hands of God. So you pray, committing the heart of your husband into God's hands to turn it to favor you. Okay, and Bible also talks about if a woman conducts herself, or even if you have an unbelieving husband, he can change to become a believer. So you can do something about being unloved. Okay, using prayer, using loving your way to be favored, and also your conduct in the marriage can turn your husband's heart to love you. Part 2 is coming. See you, Minister Mary Love. Remain blessed. I said, whoa, 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 whoa. It all comes down to love.